A man on TikTok claims he is from the year 2582. He has 636,000 followers, 7 million likes, and exactly one warning for you. On the 6th of June 2026, at midnight UTC, the sky goes black. 3 full days, no sunlight, no power grid. He says do not look at the strange lights coming from pyramids in the sky, and do not switch on a single bulb. And here is the wild part. Thousands of people are actually adding the date to their calendars. And he is not alone. Over on a different account, a TikToker named Alaric calls himself the Radiant Time Traveler from the year 2671. Nearly 900,000 people follow him. He has predicted World War III. He has predicted twin planets crashing into Earth. He has predicted 3-foot spiders, 60-foot butterflies, and giraffes the size of skyscrapers. Almost none of it has come true. And somehow, the views keep climbing past the million mark every single week. Then there is Aesthetic Time Warper, claiming to be from the year 2714. Alien arrivals, natural disasters, end-of-world dates that keep quietly getting deleted after they pass. So, why does every new prediction explode? Why does the algorithm hand them millions of eyeballs? Because somewhere in the back of your brain, a voice is whispering, what if this one is real? What if past time travelers actually got something right? And here is where it gets strange. Rewind to November 2000. A user calling himself John Titor logs onto an internet forum. He says he is an American military operator from the year 2036, sent back to grab an old IBM computer. He posts schematics. He posts photos of a device he calls a time displacement unit. He answers questions for months. Then in March 2001, he says goodbye and vanishes. 25 years later, people are still arguing over what he actually predicted. Here is the part believers grab onto. Titor warned about mad cow disease spreading aggressively in the West, and within a few years, mad cow scares were tearing through European supply chains. He hinted at user-generated content reshaping the internet, and 5 years later, YouTube was born. He talked about increasing political division in the United States. And anyone who has opened a newsfeed lately knows exactly how that one aged. But here is the cold shower. Titor's biggest call? A global nuclear war by 2015. Did not happen. A second American Civil War breaking out around the 2004 election did not happen. A 2008 collapse into open street violence, Waco style every single month, did not happen. A 2009 investigation traced the whole story back to a Florida entertainment lawyer named Larry Haber and his family. The mystery time traveler? Probably just a really patient writer with a forum account. So if Titor was a hoax, why are we doing it all over again in 2026? Because the script works. Every successful time traveler video follows the exact same recipe. Make the prediction vague enough that something will probably fit. Set the date close enough to feel urgent. Lean on fears people already have: blackouts, war, aliens, AI. Then let confirmation bias do the rest. Your brain will quietly delete every miss and remember every hit. And the predictions for 2026 are stacked. Alaric says expect a chain of major earthquakes and a sky event so bright it shows up in daytime. The 2582 traveler says 3 days of darkness in June. The 2714 traveler says first alien contact is imminent. A sports-themed account swears Portugal will lift the World Cup trophy this summer with their biggest star. They cannot all be right, but they only need one near hit to feel prophetic. And the prophecy market does not stop at TikTok. Baba Vanga, the blind Bulgarian mystic who died in 1996, has been pulled back into the spotlight too. According to widely shared interpretations, she predicted that humanity would make first contact with an alien civilization no later than November 2026. The story goes that a massive spacecraft enters Earth's atmosphere and rewrites everything we thought we knew. Whether she really said it, that is a different question. Because here is the dirty secret of prophecy. Researchers who actually traced Vanga's surviving quotes found that many of her famous predictions were never written down by her at all. They were added later by followers, translators, and tabloid writers, often after the events already happened. The 2026 alien contact line? No verified source from her lifetime. The AI takeover warning? Same problem. The legend grows. The actual paper trail shrinks. And the algorithm does not care. Now zoom out. Why do these videos hit so hard right now, in 2026? Because we have lived through years that already feel impossible, a pandemic that shut down the planet, wars no one expected, AI that can write, talk, and draw better than most professionals. The line between sci-fi and the morning news has basically dissolved. When reality already feels like a glitch, a stranger from the year 2671 starts to sound almost reasonable. There is also the comment section effect. Every time one of these videos drops, thousands of people race to write. Remember this comment when it happens. Then, if anything even loosely connected occurs, they sprint back to claim victory. The hits get screenshotted and reposted forever. The misses get buried. So every time traveler ends up with a highlight reel of apparent wins, no matter how wrong they were on everything else. Pure survivorship bias, dressed as prophecy. But let's give the believers their fair shot. There are a handful of cases that genuinely make people pause. A man named Andrew Carlson was reported in 2003 to have turned $800 into $350 million on the stock market in 2 weeks. He allegedly told investigators he was from the year 2256 and had future market data. The story was almost certainly a satire piece that went viral worldwide. But almost certainly is not the same as definitely. Now zoom in on the psychology. Cold reading does the heavy lifting. Predict a major earthquake somewhere on Earth in any given month, and you are statistically going to be right, because the planet logs around 15 quakes above magnitude 7 every single year. Predict economic turbulence, geopolitical tension, a celebrity scandal, a viral disease scare. None of that requires a time machine. It requires opening any news app. That is the engine of every modern prophet. And yet, the human appetite for the prophet only grows. Search trends in early 2026 show interest in the keyword time traveler jumping every time a new global crisis lands on the front page. War tension, AI breakthrough, freak weather event, and the search volume spikes again. We are not chasing accuracy, we are chasing certainty. We want someone, anyone, to tell us what happens next. Even if that someone wears a hoodie and films vertical videos in a bedroom, there is a darker side to this trend too. Around the world, people have made real-life decisions based on prophecy videos, stockpiling food, pulling kids out of school, canceling international travel. After one viral 2023 prediction warned a giant earthquake would flatten Istanbul, thousands of Turkish residents reportedly slept outdoors for days, terrified to go home. The quake never came. The fear was completely real. Algorithms get more clicks. Vulnerable viewers get more anxiety. That is the actual transaction here. Now, here is where it gets genuinely weird. Many of the biggest doom prediction accounts are not random hobbyists posting from their bedrooms. They are built like media businesses, with editors, voice actors, and clip libraries. The model is brutally simple. Predict 10 disasters. 8 quietly fail. 1 lands close enough to share. That single near hit becomes a 40 million view repost across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Rinse. Repeat. Monetize. Welcome to the prophecy industrial complex. But let's flip the question. What if even one of the 2026 predictions actually lands? What if June 6 rolls around and the grid does flicker somewhere? What if a strange object actually shows up in radar feeds before November? Behavioral researchers call this the just-in-case bet. Your brain rewards even a small chance of being right by remembering, sharing, and amplifying. That is why these videos refuse to die, no matter how many predictions quietly fail. Here is a hard truth, though. Not a single self-proclaimed time traveler has ever produced one piece of solid physical evidence. No future-dated document. No alloy that does not exist yet. No working device that an independent lab could verify. Even the most famous case, John Titor, only gave us hand-drawn schematics that engineers later picked apart for inconsistencies. 25 years and counting, the score is still 0 confirmed travelers, billions of views, and millions of believers. So, when you scroll past the next vertical video of a hooded figure whispering, "On this exact date, something will change forever," hit pause for a second. Ask, did this account post the same warning last year? Did the date quietly get pushed back? Are the predictions vague enough to slot onto any week in human history? 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes. The trick is not time travel. The trick is your attention. But here is the one I cannot shake. If a real time traveler did show up tomorrow with proof, with a future-dated newspaper, with technology 50 years ahead, would humanity actually listen? Or would we mute the video and keep scrolling because the truth is somehow scarier than the fantasy? Drop your honest answer in the comments. And tell me, which 2026 prediction do you secretly want to come true? See you on the other side. If this video brought you value, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.